Making it click. An easy step, but so important. Even more so for kids. It just takes a bit of work and lots of patience.
Some parents call it the alligator death roll, which is where or death plank, which is when they plank and you literally can't get them in the seat.
Baby Imra's 3 now, so no more death planks, thankfully, for Mum Jasmine. But she's still struggling to buckle him in. Imra's car seat's the problem. The harness straps come loose.
No matter what happened, I could never get them to be equal. They were always loose. One side was always looser than the other.
Tightening the straps wasn't easy either.
We've always had to use 2 elbows and a hand on the edge of the car seat to pull the adjuster tight. There was fraying on the adjuster strap, almost like it was rubbing somewhere in between the underneath in the car seat somewhere.
A loose harness strap is a safety red flag. It means Imra's left shoulder wasn't snug against the belt.
I felt like I was putting my son at risk every single time we were in the car.
The harness tension on how tight the harness is against the child, how snug it is, that's crucially important for the child restraint to do its job.
Ex-cop and now forensic crash investigator Bruce Wilson has built up a reputation with his advocacy work for car safety. He's simply now known as the car seat dude.
So as it adjusts, it moves up and down on here.
Bruce says having a loose harness strap is no joke.
The biggest risk we have for a loose harness is in an impact, the child will actually come out of the harness and be ejected from the seat in an impact.
Jasmine bought the Nunarava convertible seat in June 2019 from Baby on the Move, the Hamilton branch.
It kind of looked like a spaceship.
It ticked all the boxes.
It needed to be long-lasting, so it had to have a 10-year lifespan. It had to have side impact protection. It does allow very easy install. It had to rear face for as long as possible.
And having that rear-facing seat is important. Waka Kotahi says to keep your baby in a rear-facing child restraint in the back seat for at least until they're 2 years old, depending on their weight and height.
What did that make me?
I have no idea what you just said.
The Nunarava has the US Car Seat Safety Standard Seal of Approval. It has a 2-year warranty and a 10-year lifespan. Here in New Zealand, all car seats must come under one of 3 standards: the Australian-New Zealand standard, the European, or the US standard.
The car seat was not fit for my purpose because I was unable to correctly and safely install my son in the car seat.
And according to the Nunarava manual, if there was fraying, you have to stop using it. She took it back to the retailer Baby on the Move, asked for a refund because it wasn't fit for purpose. It sent it on to Nuna NZ's distributor, Designer Baby Brands, based in Auckland, to be assessed, and 4 weeks later...
They literally told me that it's because I've neglected my car seat, and the reason why it's no longer functioning correctly is because it was dirty.
Nuna's assessment showed...
The issues raised are not product failures, but rather a lack of maintenance by the customer over the period of ownership.
Nuna's technicians said the reason for the harness being hard to tighten was the build-up of dirt and grime caught up in the mechanism. They advised that Jasmine clean the car seat regularly.
I was angry at the fact that they dismissed my concerns and they literally just blamed it on filth.
As a tech, I've dealt with seats from all ranges of cleanliness. That's just a typical seat for me. For something that's been there for 2 years, that's nothing unusual. Children are messy. A car seat has to expect there's going to be food, there's going to be drink. Toilet accidents happen.
The Consumer Guarantees Act says products should be free from small faults, be safe to use, and last for a reasonable time. Jasmine's only had the seat for 3 years. The seat has a lifespan of 10 years. Surely we're not past the amount of reasonable time it should last. She got a second opinion.
To pull it apart took me near on about 4 hours.
What he found backed up Jasmine's thoughts about the seat.
When the adjuster's pulled, it relies on it sitting on top of this little ridge and there's no way to keep it in place. So when a parent loosens the seat off, you're going to end up with a bit of this. And when they start to pull the seat adjuster and pull the adjuster tight again, it starts to pull it off to either side. So we're not getting an even pull on the harness. It's not a use issue or that the seat was dirty or anything else. It's actually a design flaw in the seat.
And Bruce says keeping the seat cleaned regularly would have been near impossible. The car seat is enclosed.
The manual says you're not allowed to pull the seat apart, so how can you clean the seat?
Fair Bendigo sent Bruce's report to Designer Baby Brands and Baby on the Move to get their response. Designer Baby Brands says it takes product safety very seriously.
Nuna's baby gear is extensively tested before it leaves the factory and regularly evaluated by accredited independent labs.
And they claim the issues Jasmine had with the car seat could be due to dirtiness. Baby on the Move told us,
"The safety of our car seats is paramount to us. We accept Designer Baby Brands' conclusion that all of the issues were caused solely by a lack of regular cleaning. We do understand that Jasmine was not satisfied. We could be clearer around the term regular cleaning. We're soon launching a campaign around this."
They didn't respond to any design flaw questions. It went to the disputes tribunal, but they settled. Jasmine has the replacement cost of the car seat and the cost of Bruce's report. A great result. One Jasmine hopes others can learn from.
Well, a good outcome in the end. And look, if you'd noticed the red cast on Imra's leg, nothing to do with the story, it was a trampoline accident.